Vigyan Bhairava Tantra, Teaching 9. Become one with the space around you. The world is a doorway.
O Lord Shiva, you have shown me the ways of breath, the gap, the turning, the center beyond breath. You have shown me the movement of energy, slow as a river, sudden as lightning. You have shown me the use of sound as a doorway into silence. But what about when the eyes are open? Life does not happen with closed eyes. Work, family, walking, eating. The world is full of forms, colors, movements, people, objects, distractions. Can these also be used for meditation? Or do they only distract the mind? Must I always close my eyes to find stillness? Is there a way to use what I see, the ordinary, everyday seeing, to go deeper within, to turn the outside world into a doorway instead of a wall?
Parvati, what you see outside is not separate from awareness. The world is not the enemy. The eyes are not the enemy. Forms and colors are not distractions, unless you do not know how to look.
The problem is not the world. The problem is how you look at it. Ordinarily, you look and immediately name. You recognize, you compare, you judge, you like or dislike, you categorize, you remember something similar from the past. You project something into the future. Because of this, the mind remains active, chattering, never still.
But the seeing itself, the raw, naked, unlabeled seeing, is already quiet. It is the mind's commentary that makes noise.
Now do this differently.
Choose something to look at. It can be anything, a pattern on the wall, a leaf on the ground, a simple stone, a piece of cloth, a candle flame, a patch of sunlight, a single flower. Do not choose something complicated. Do not choose something emotionally charged. Not a photograph of a loved one, not a disturbing image. Choose something neutral, simple, ordinary. Keep your eyes open. Let your gaze be steady but relaxed. Do not stare as if you were trying to burn a hole through the object. Do not squint. Do not force. Let your eyes rest on the object the way a boat rests on still water. Do not analyze, do not name. When you see the color blue, do not say blue, even silently. When you see a round shape, do not say round. When you see a pattern, do not say, this looks like a flower, or this reminds me of something. Naming is the mind's oldest habit. Break it gently, without violence. Do not move your attention from one detail to another. The mind wants to scan, it wants to explore, it wants to be entertained. Do not give it entertainment, give it steadiness. Rest your gaze on the whole, or on a single point, but do not jump from detail to detail. Simply look, remain with the seeing, not with the thinking about the seeing, not with the commentary about the object, with the seeing itself. At first, the object appears clear and separate. You see it, you feel it is over there, you feel you are over here. That is fine. Do not try to change it. Just remain. Continue looking. Without naming, without analyzing, without judging. Gradually, your usual way of seeing slows down. The mind stops labeling, not because you forced it, but because you stopped feeding it with new names. The boundaries you perceive, the sharp edges, the clear separations may begin to soften. Not because the object changes, but because your way of seeing changes. The object is still there, but you are no longer drawing thick lines around it with your mind.
Remain there. Do not interfere. Do not try to make anything happen. Do not try to make the object dissolve. Do not try to have a mystical experience. Just look, simply, steadily, without effort.
If the form appears to change, to soften, to dissolve, to vibrate, to become less solid, do not react. Do not get excited. Do not get afraid. Do not try to make it happen again. Just continue looking, calmly, steadily.
If nothing changes, that is fine. The object is not the point. Your way of seeing is the point. Steadiness is the point. Awareness is the point. Not dissolution, not visions, not special effects. At some point, not on command, not because you will it, the distinction between observer and observed may become less rigid. The feeling of I am looking at that may soften into something simpler. Just looking, just seeing, no I, no that, just seeing happening.
Do not think about it. Do not analyze it. Do not say, I am becoming one with the object. That is just another thought. Just remain in the seeing without commentary. This is not about destroying the object. The object is not your enemy. It is about seeing without interference. Seeing without the mind's constant naming, comparing, judging, describing, reacting.
In that seeing, the mind becomes quiet. Not because you closed your eyes to the world, because you opened your eyes to seeing itself.
And one day you will not need a special object. You will look at a tree and see without naming. You will look at a person and see without judging. You will look at the sky and see without describing. And the stillness you found with closed eyes will be there, with open eyes, in the middle of your ordinary life.
There was a woman named Radha. She was always thinking. Even while working, even while eating, even while walking, her mind was active, constantly naming, planning, remembering, comparing, judging. She wanted peace, but did not know how. She had tried closing her eyes and meditating. It helped for a while. But the moment she opened her eyes, the world rushed back in, and her mind started chattering again. Maybe I am not meant for peace, she thought. Maybe peace is only for monks in caves. One day she was sitting in a quiet room. She had nothing to do, no work, no phone, no books. She was bored. In front of her was a simple pattern on the wall, a repeating design of small geometric shapes. Nothing beautiful, nothing special, just a pattern. She had nothing else to do, so she began to look at it. At first, she noticed everything: colors, shapes, details. Her mind kept describing, "This is blue. This is round. This one is slightly lighter. This looks like a leaf. This reminds me of the tiles in my grandmother's kitchen." But then she remembered something she had once heard: do not name. She did not know why she remembered it, but she decided to try. She stopped labeling, not with force, just by letting go of the impulse to name. When her mind said, "This is blue," she let it pass without agreeing. When her mind said, "This looks like," she let it pass without following. She simply looked. Minutes passed, not many, maybe 5, but something changed. Her mind slowed down, not because she fought it, because she stopped feeding it. The details became less important. The pattern was still there, but something shifted. It felt less separate, less solid, less out there. She was still looking, but the looking felt different, softer, steadier, less effortful. And for a moment, just a moment, her thoughts stopped. Not because she forced them, because she was no longer feeding them with new names, new descriptions, new comparisons. The pattern was still on the wall, but the wall between her and the pattern had become very thin, almost invisible. She blinked. The moment passed, but she was different. From that day, Radha practiced this, not for hours, for a few minutes each day, sometimes looking at the pattern on the wall, sometimes looking at a leaf, sometimes looking at a cup, sometimes looking at the sky, sometimes looking at her own hand. She did not try to change what she saw. She changed how she looked, without naming, without analyzing, without judging, just seeing. And slowly, very slowly, her mind became quieter, even in daily life, even while working, even while talking to people. The habit of quiet seeing began to leak into everything she did. She no longer needed to close her eyes to find stillness. Stillness was there, in the seeing itself, waiting for her to notice. Now you try guided practice. Sit comfortably. Keep your eyes open. Let your body be at ease, not stiff, not slumped. Let your breath be natural. Choose a simple object in front of you. A wall, a pattern, a small item, a stone, a cup, a leaf, a piece of cloth, a candle flame. Do not choose something complicated. Do not choose a photograph of a loved one. It will pull emotions. Do not choose something disturbing or stressful. Simple, neutral, ordinary. Now look at it. Keep your gaze steady, but relaxed. Do not stare forcefully. Do not squint. Do not hold your breath. Let your eyes rest on the object like a boat resting on still water. Do not move your eyes constantly. The mind wants to scan, to explore, to hunt. Do not give it that satisfaction. Let your gaze rest, quietly, steadily. Now, do not name what you see. When you see a color, do not say the name of the color, even silently. When you see a shape, do not say round, or square, or curved. When you see a pattern, do not say, this looks like something else. Just look, without words, without labels. Do not describe it. Do not compare it to anything you have seen before. Do not judge it as beautiful or ugly. Do not decide whether you like it or dislike it. Just remain with the seeing, raw seeing, naked seeing, seeing before the mind adds anything. If thoughts come like, this is, or that looks like, or I am doing this wrong, do not fight them. Do not follow them. Let them come. Let them go. Return gently to simple looking, without frustration, without judgment. Stay with the object, without analysis, without effort. Effort is tension. Tension is not seeing. Seeing is effortless. As you continue, you may notice your mind slowing down. Stay there. Do not congratulate yourself. Do not say, progress. That is thought. Thought pulls you out. Just continue looking. Let the seeing become steady, like a candle flame in still air, not flickering, not restless, steady. Remain for a few minutes, or for as long as feels natural. Do not watch the clock. Do not ask, is it working? Trust the practice. If the object appears to change, to soften, to dissolve, to vibrate, to become less solid, do not react. Do not get excited. Do not get afraid. Do not try to make it happen again. Just continue looking, calmly, steadily. If nothing changes, that is fine. The object is not the point. Your way of seeing is the point. Steadiness is the point. Awareness is the point. Not dissolution, not visions, not special effects. The 7 mistakes and how to avoid them. Analyzing the object. As soon as you name or describe or compare, the mind becomes active again. You leave seeing and enter thinking. This is blue. This is round. This is like a flower. This is different from yesterday. All of that is thought. Thought is not meditation. Drop it. Return to raw seeing. Moving the eyes too much. Jumping from detail to detail breaks attention. The mind becomes a butterfly. Here, there, everywhere. Keep your gaze steady. Not frozen, steady. Let the eyes rest. Let the mind rest with them, staring with force. This creates tension. Tension in the eyes. Tension in the forehead. Tension in the whole face. The gaze should be relaxed, like looking at a distant mountain, not like trying to crush the object with your eyes. Soft eyes. Open eyes. Resting eyes. Expecting the object to change. The object is not the focus. Your way of seeing is. If the object changes, fine. If it does not, fine. Do not depend on the object for entertainment or validation. The object is just a support, a place to rest your gaze, so your mind stops running. Do not demand that the object perform for you. Getting distracted by thoughts and then getting frustrated thoughts will come. That is what thoughts do. They are not failures. They are not signs that you are bad at this. They are simply the background noise of the mind. When you notice you are thinking, return gently to seeing, without anger, without disappointment. Each return is a rep of the practice. Each return makes steadiness stronger. Trying to create a special experience, I want to see the object dissolve. I want to feel one with everything. I want light to appear. I want visions. All of this is craving. Craving is the opposite of meditation. This practice is not about having special experiences. It is about simple, ordinary, steady awareness. If special experiences come, welcome them. If they do not, welcome that too. Do not prefer one over the other. Abandoning the practice. Because it feels boring. Boredom is the mind's complaint about the present moment. The mind wants entertainment. It wants novelty. It wants stimulation. When you give it none of these, it complains, "This is boring." Do not listen. Boredom is not a sign that the practice is failing. Boredom is a sign that the mind is beginning to quiet, and it does not like the quiet. Stay. Let boredom arise. Let boredom pass. Continue looking. Boredom is just another wave. You are not the wave. You are the ocean. Practice this daily with ordinary things. A wall, a pattern, a leaf, a stone, a cup, the sky, your own hand. Look without naming, without judging, without comparing, without interfering. Let seeing be just seeing, not me seeing that. Just seeing. And slowly the mind begins to quiet. Not because the world disappears, because the noise inside you begins to settle, like dust after footsteps have stopped, like water after ripples have faded. The world is still there. Forms are still there. Colors are still there. But you are no longer adding a constant stream of commentary. And in that silence, the world becomes not a distraction, but a mirror, reflecting your own still awareness, already present, already quiet, already free. Open eyes, open world, open awareness, one field, one seeing, one home. If this teaching touched you, make a gentle commitment, not to perfect practice, but to gentle seeing. Commit to practicing open eye awareness every day for the next 21 days, even if only for a few minutes each morning. If this brought you even one moment of clarity or deep peace, like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell for teaching. 10. Share it with someone whose mind feels overwhelmed by the world. You are not alone in this journey. I will see you in Teaching 10. Until then, see without naming, rest without closing your eyes. Om Namah Shivaya. End of Teaching 9.